Good morning, boys and girls. We are on page 137. It asks you to create and solve a division story problem about 7 feet of rope that is being modeled by the tape diagram below. So this is where your creativity comes in. You get to choose your own word problem. So there is really no wrong answer if it is your own word problem. So I decided, this is the one I decided to do. You can have your own. It could be completely different and that's fine. So what I have here is Miss Tran has 7 feet of rope. She cuts it into equal parts of 1/2 feet. How many pieces will Miss Tran have? So what I did here was I have 7 feet of rope and I divided it by 1/2. So I have 7 times 2, which is equal to 14. And then I have 1 times 1, which is equal to 1. So my answer is 14. Okay? Now, the second problem, they tell you again to create and solve a story problem about 1/3 pound of flour, and the rest is modeled for you. So I wrote a question. Miss Tran poured 1/3 pound of flour equally into 3 jars. How many pounds of flour will go into each jar? So I have 1/3 right here, and I am dividing it into thirds because there is 1, 2, and 3 pieces. That's why it's divided into thirds. And then when I multiplied, 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. So I have 1/9 of flour. Turning the page, you are also going to create story problems here. They ask you to draw a tape diagram and create a word problem for the following expressions, then solve and check. So I'm not drawing a tape diagram, but if you want to, you can. We have page 138. So right here I wrote Miss Tran has 2 cupcakes and cuts each one into fourths. How many pieces will she have altogether? So I have 2 divided by 1/4. Here is my 2 and here is my 1/4, which I flipped to solve the problem. I have 2 times 4 is 8. 1 times 1 is 1. 8 divided by 1 is equal to 8. For the next problem, it says here, 1/4 divided by 2. So I wrote Abigail has 1/4 of the pizza and wants to share it with her friend. So that's between 2 people. What fraction will they get? I'm going to flip the division sign into a multiplication sign. 2 divided by, flip 2 into 1/2. So 1 times 1 is 1 and 4 times 2 is equal to 8. I get 1/8. And for problem C, I have 1/3 divided by 5. I wrote Timothy has 1/3 of pi, which is where I got that from, and shares it with 5 friends because there's a number 5. How many will they get? And I multiplied 1 times 1 is 1, 3 times 5 is 5. I flipped the division sign to a multiplication sign. 5 over 1 changes to 1/5. The last problem I have here, it says Heather has 3 pizzas. I got the 3 from there, and she cuts 1/10 of a slice. So she wants to cut all of them into 1/10. How many slices will she have? 3 times 10 is equal to 30. 1 times 1 is 1. So 30 divided by 1 is equal to 30. So that's all I have for today. The only hard part is writing it all down, right? It's going to hurt your hands if you spend a lot of time writing it. So make sure that you pace yourselves and let me know if you have any questions in class.